to terms with the fact that I chase my value. I chase my worth.
Hey, that red Malibu Roberta packed it like a Chevy, cause I'm 10 busting stains, swapping.
Like a paranoia at this park because the last time I was here, I came to the water and there was this guy that was talking to me, and he lit up something. It's a white butterfly. He lit up something that was not marijuana. I'm not sure what the fuck that shit was, but I immediately did, and it was very fucking traumatizing. So yeah, I'd be afraid to see niggas out here, because what the fuck are y'all doing? But everybody's enjoying the fucking park like I am. I got my protection, I'm good. I'm good. I just be afraid when I hear sounds like that, you feel me? But I'm also right, like the park, I literally live in the middle of the city. Like the park is right in front of a street, so the slamming and bamming is gonna be cars. Oh my god, is this nigga doing golf? Is he gonna hit me? Oh no, that's funny. Transparency is what I crave within. See, pressure makes diamonds. Oh shit. Yeah, you're just like me, you'll be like them. Okay. I'm coming to terms with the fact that I chase my value. I chase my worth. And like I genuinely refuse to like insert my personality or like anything that's really personal to me unless it's relevant or of value when it comes to anything outside of myself, really. And obviously you can't compartmentalize, so I feel like I'm doing that to myself. It's just like I don't know how, like I don't know, but I have a genuine fear of being myself around my mother, and I realized that the other day when so my mom has a page for her dog. It's so cutesy. It's so cute. It's adorable. And she followed me, like she asked me to follow the page, and I was cool following the page until she followed me back. Like, you don't have to follow me back. You you don't have to follow me back. But I literally didn't want her to follow me back because I didn't want her to see my post. Like, I didn't want to go on my page. Why don't I want to go on my page? Because I be dancing on the pole on my page. I be talking about some, like, I don't know. And I feel like it's because growing up, like, I felt like sexuality and sensuality specifically was something that was adult exclusive. And I just always felt like I was so fast. And I was always told that also. But, like, I just always felt like I was so fast for... I don't know. I just always gravitated towards, like, relationships. And, like... I won't say sexier energy, but just more primal energy. I've always been a primal... I don't know how to explain it. Like, I've never had a desire to be modest. I've always had the thought that it would be amazing to be a stripper. You know what I mean? So it's like, I don't... My sensuality and my, like, I love, and this is me saying this as, like, somebody that I genuinely identify with being non-binary. Yeah, I genuinely identify with being non-binary, and within that, I feel like I have such a deep comfort in my hyperfemininity. But I didn't always feel like that. Like, I didn't always know that. So I was always performing femininity and, like, trying to, like, prove my softness and all of these things, but without the sensual and sexuality. So I was always asked to tap into, like, these softer energies, but I couldn't tap into the fullness of it. And it just, I suppressed so much, and I ended up seeking it from people outside of me instead of, like, being able or feeling comfortable enough to explore it within myself. Like, I was boy crazy for a really long time, and on top of that, I had a porn addiction. And like, yeah. And I was, like, middle school, you know, like, I was young. And it's not because I was introduced to it, because I was always sheltered from it. It's because, like, I literally was always curious about sex. Like, sex was just always something that, like, intrigued me, you know? And, like, I don't know. Like, but it's just growing up, like, I was always told, like, to not. You know what I mean? Growing up, I was always told that, like, sex is not something that you should be doing at all until you become an adult. And so, but that's like, yes, I definitely feel like sensuality and sensuality, I feel like it's something you can probably always tap into. It just doesn't have to look sexual. You feel me? But sexuality, I definitely feel like it's something that needs to be developed over time. It definitely, you feel me? Like, you definitely do not need to be exposed to that as a child. Like, that's traumatizing. I wasn't exposed to that. I went seeking for it. You feel me? And that's how I know that one, like, I had this suppressed desire to learn about sex. And I don't even know if it was specifically about sex or if it was just romance and relations and affection, like just overall. But I never actually saw that, because in porn we all know that is not what they show. That's not what they show. They just show the fucking, they just show the sex. And quite literally, I like I said, I was boy crazy, but I was always watching lesbian porn. Why? Because I was boy crazy, because I was actually queer. I was actually gay, and I was really trying to cover that shit up. I put myself in a lot of situations that made me not want to trust my sexuality and my femininity and my softness. A lot of things that made me not feel comfortable in my sexuality and my softness, because I was just so ready to give in to the male gaze for validation of my own femininity, because I was not able to validate my own femininity. Like, I was looking towards the male specifically and masculinity specifically to this nigga that put his... I'm so fucking weak. That's my ball. I'm not touching the ball. Also, guys, look at my henna. I see it. It's cute, right? That was so random. I'm glad that I'm high, because this is a really heavy topic. It's okay. You're good. It's a really heavy topic, but it's okay. It's okay. So that's life. Just playing a random game with golf. But he's not even playing, like, he's not even, I don't even know. Okay, whatever. I don't know what I was talking about. But yeah. I don't feel comfortable being myself around my mother, because I ultimately reject my femininity. My true femininity. Like, I feel like I don't reject it. I don't reject it anymore, but I do still fear her rejection and her invalidation. But that's just me assuming. Like, I don't know how she's gonna feel about me, or how she feels about me. I'm pretty sure she seen my page, and the fact that I got, whole shoes. I literally didn't even show her the shoes when I was so excited. Like, there's so many things that I wanted to share with her, like dropping the ebook, or like, I don't know, like starting to, like, learning my purpose, and like, I don't know, it's just a lot of things that I've started for myself, that I've done for myself, and just like arguments and situations that I've got through with my partner. Like, I have done some big girl ass shit, and like, I really like have been wanting to like tell her everything, because at one point I felt like she was my best friend, because she would tell me everything, I feel like. But she also didn't tell me everything. She talked shit to me. Not to me, but with me, I guess. And I mistook that as her being vulnerable with me. So instead of me actually like processing my emotions, I processed my thoughts. And I ended up trauma bonding instead of having clear relationships. Where I was able to actually regulate on my own. And I don't even know what I was going with that, but like, literally, why is my foot itching? Did something bite me? Literally, that tree looked like it got a coochie. It probably do got a coochie. Hi, tree. You're beautiful. Even though these are male trees, free the female trees, bro. Free the female trees, real shit. Pull up in that Mustang with a mobile gangster. I was about to do a little stretch, but I'm not gonna sit like that. Yeah. Back to my I'm afraid to be myself because I dim my femininity. Because I fear her invalidation. And my entire life, my entire existence was based on my safety was based on her giving me the permission. And my safety was based on me making decisions based off of her morals and her values and what she thought went. And it like, you know, like it just really blurred the lines for me. Yeah. I'm sorry, Bug. I'm sorry. No. I just accidentally killed a moth. I just thought of moth to a flame. No. No. Come on. You got it. No. I'm so sorry. That made me sad. I was trying to freaking move my camera. I was trying to move my laptop and the bug was up there. I don't even know how I didn't see it. Okay, whatever. They just hurt my heart. I'm sorry, Mom. I'm sorry. Okay. Yeah. So, it's okay. Everything is okay. But what I am gonna do is make sure I have my shoes on so I can run away because that's a fucking wasp. And y'all, I don't play. Why is the universe trying to play with me today? I'm just trying to live my life. I'm just trying to be myself. Why everybody mad at me for it? Like, what? Okay. Nobody's mad at me for being myself. Maybe that's my limiting belief to release today. Nobody is upset with me for being myself. Nobody's upset with me for being myself. Nobody's upset with me for being myself. Nobody's upset with me for being myself. Everybody loves when I'm being myself. Everybody loves when I'm being myself. Good things happen when I'm being myself. Good things happen when I'm being myself. I'm being myself. I'm being myself. No matter what, I'm being myself. Yes. No matter what, I'm being myself. I say. Thank you, Spirit. Okay. God damn it, what the bugs love me today, boy. Okay. I low-key want to do this video somewhere else. It's stressing me out. But there ain't nowhere else to do it. So I'm going to stick it out. I'm going to do what I need to do. And I'm going to go the fuck back. Okay. I'm going to go the fuck back home. I don't know. Okay. Anyways. Yeah. As a result of fearing the validation and growing up and thinking that so it was a culmination of things. So between feeling like I was too childish to be curious about sensuality and sex, which, you know, there's nuances to that, so I get that. But like being completely denied of talking about anything at all, I don't know. And the only way that it was talked about was like in a don't do it type of way, or like you're gonna go to hell if you do it before sex. And yeah, and also my mom was never like outwardly homophobic, but I was literally so afraid to share with her that I was queer. Why? Because I was afraid that she was gonna fucking judge me because I fell in love with my roommate. I fell in love with my roommate, y'all. I fell in love with my roommate. I went to college. I went to college, and I fell in love with my roommate. And y'all, it was spiritually led. I ended up dropping out anyway because I was not really supposed to be in that bitch. I was not meant to go in the first place. It was just some shit that needed to happen along the way. You feel me? It was a little stepping stone. But even that was a stepping stone of me having to be myself to my mother because I had to drop out. I only went to school because she wanted me to. Because she said that if I didn't, like, literally I had nothing else to do. You feel me? So it's like, I don't know. It's just, I've always done things for her validation. I've always done things to please her. And it's grown this like guilt and this frustration within me. And this shame that I have within myself. And this shame that I have within myself that kind of tells me to it tells me to not be myself around her, but also in the grand scheme of things, I feel like it makes it so much harder for me to be sovereign around other people, like emotionally regulated around other people, because I'm still withholding that part of myself from my mom out of fear. Like, I don't feel like it's out of safety. I feel like it's out of fear. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, I really don't feel like there's nothing that she's going to do. First of all, I'm grown. And, like, for the longest, my biggest thing has been trying to process that I am grown. And it's because, like, also I feel like she is subconsciously keeping me in this box that I'm a child still. And, like, I don't think she's doing it intentionally. I think that she equates child and adult to hierarchy. And she still sees herself as my caretaker or, like, above me because she, like, she pays for where I live, you know, and my food. And that's very fucking valid, I guess. Like, it's just, yeah, it's valid. Like, I get it. I don't know. It's just like, I feel like I owe her my childishness and my innocence to stay small and to continue, like, being what she needs, and like live, like, I feel like I'm still building my life around her. Like, I'm still doing certain things at certain times, you know, like, I don't know, like, I want to be able to share certain things with her, but I need to at least be able to even tell her that it matters to me. I struggle with sharing with her, like, what actually matters to me, what I care about, what really lights me up. She doesn't really necessarily know, like, me for real, like, on an actual, like, genuine level, on, like, a deep level, to what I've shared with y'all, for real, because I genuinely, like, even when I try to be myself around her, I can't, like, I just don't, it doesn't feel okay. And I know to a certain extent my nervous system has to, like, really get comfy and cozy, but it's to the point where, like, I think that I feel more comfortable being myself around other people unless I feel like I have to come back to my mother. Like, if I feel like I meet somebody new, I can completely let loose, you know. If I'm going back home to my partner, I'm chilling. I'm telling them all about it. Everything's chill because I'm the meest me. But I have to switch that off very quickly when I get home to my mom, because it's just not the environment for that. Like, my personality is not, you know? And it's always made me feel like I was just so much, that I was just a lot, that I was just too much. And this is so like I've just always felt like a burden. And like, I've always had these like off-putting sexual experiences that weren't necessarily like they didn't help my case. Like, I think it was like in first grade, I got caught writing this letter about having like wanting to have sex on the beach with this boy or something. In first grade. I hadn't even started watching porn yet, guys. First grade. This randomly came up in my head because nobody in my family really talked about sex for real. And like, it was just very taboo. It was something that I never seen. I was never talked about. So all of these things were like my own imagination that I came up with my little first grade brain. Just crazy. But yeah. And literally yeah, and then let's see. There was a boy that was obsessed with me when we moved my second grade year. From my second grade year to my fourth grade year. It was absolutely terrifying. He was always trying to touch me every single day. Mind you, second to fourth grade. Like, groping touch. Not regular touch. Yeah. And that felt so Dora. I don't know why. Not Dora, but like just cartoon show. But yeah, that was fucking traumatizing. But I liked it because it was the most validation that I was getting, I feel. I hated it. Like, it made me severely uncomfortable, but deep down oh shit. No, Spidey. No, baby. No, baby. No, babe. Unstable. Deep down, it gave me a sense of validation. And that's when I started becoming boy crazy, when I realized that was going to give me a sense of validation, I guess, in my femininity. And I don't even know how I had such a deep concept of feeling disconnected from my femininity. Literally the only explanation is the spirituality and the energetics behind it. But yeah, so after the boy obsession, I got bullied for my lips because they were big, and they would call them dick sucking lips. Mind you, it was from 4th to 5th grade. No. Yes. No, it was the entire 4th grade. It was the entire 4th grade year. I moved schools mid my 3rd grade year. Never mind. So it was bad. I moved schools like towards the end of my 3rd grade year and spent my entire 4th grade year at another school. So this is 3 schools so far. It's 1st grade, and then we have second grade to third grade, and then third grade to fourth grade, and then fifth grade. But in fourth grade, I got bullied the entire year because I had fishy lips, and they called them dick sucking lips. And I'm like, y'all, how the fuck I got dick sucking lips and I'm a fucking fourth grader? Fuck y'all, first of all. Second of all, what the fuck? No, actually. And that was one thing, like, I was always drawn towards sex, like, curiously and, like, playfully, but never in the, like, sexual, like, it was sexual, but never in the, like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, it was just always something that was, like, curiosity for me. Like a childlike pleasure. It was very innocent for me, exploring my body and just like being a human, and the fact that my body was able to produce pleasure like that blew my mind, and I was intrigued on how to reach that. And I got to a point where I watched so much porn because I got to a point that because I watched so much porn, I thought, damn, I'm never going to be able to get head. Mind you, I'm literally a child. Like, what the fuck do you mean you're never going to be able to get head? You're a child. Yes, you will. When your time comes, girl, when you grow up. And I feel like that's another thing. Like, I internalized my entire existence as a child. Like, I swear to God, it's like I was an adult. It's like I guess because I inherently felt so grown, like spiritually, I feel like I'm just a fucking old soul. Like, I just felt like an adult. I've always felt fucking grown. Trauma, okay, whatever the fuck, I've always felt fucking grown. I don't know why. And it's just always been a disconnect. And it's like, okay, like every person that I've ever been with or like been in a relationship with, because I definitely was in relationships like from like middle school to high school, like yeah and like entanglements and talking to people as a child, like little cute kitty crushes is fine, but like I was trying to be in whole ass relationships, and in my mind I was being robbed of that, and I was in a long distance relationship. Girl, no, you was not. You're a child. You feel me? Like, it was just a lot of things that was clicking for me, as if I was like older than what I really was, as if I had like more access to like a more like sovereign life than I was at the time as a child. So it just made me feel like I was always going to be trapped in this powerless state, when really I was just a child. And it's because I feel like also like child and powerlessness was hand in hand in my family, and so I really did feel like I was powerless as a child, but I guess it internalized as me just being powerless as a whole and always going to be powerless, not factoring in the fact that I was going to grow up, because I also felt like nothing was ever going to change, because I felt like I was always going to be a child. 18 years is a long motherfucking time. I feel like I gained consciousness really fucking early, maybe at like 4. I'll say I gained consciousness at like 4. Like, I remember a lot, bro. I remember a lot from my childhood, and vividly. But yeah, there's just always been like this like super fairy baddie girly in me that's just always like been a girl's girl, like non-judgmental, like just really, I've always been an empressy type, like balanced, like I serve, but I also will like sit and just hold space for and just allow people and allow things and allow myself. And like I literally used to manifest so well as a child as a result of that. Like I manifested my first bike and our first house being blue in first grade, as a result of literally just walking past all the white butterfly. Hi. Yeah, I just kept myself in the category of a child, and I thought that things would never change, because 18 years is a long fucking time. 18 years is a long fucking time. 19 years, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. Mind you, I'm only 20. I'm only 20. Which is crazy because I turned 21 in 2 months. Actually, I turned 21 in 2 months and 20 days. Because today's 6/9. Jupiter enters Cancer today. Or entered. But yeah. So, yeah. So when I got to the point where I was able to become an adult, where I became an adult and I was being told that I was really an adult, but was still being treated like a child and was still being condescendingly talked to like I was a motherfucking child and all these things. Like, I was being given like physical freedom, but I still felt like I wasn't getting, like, I don't know, it was just a disconnect there. Emotional freedom wise, I felt like I was still in a chokehold when it came to needing permission from my mother. When I was at school, I felt the freest that I have ever felt, but it was because I felt like I had a place of my own. Like, I felt like I was on my own. I was living on my own. I was taking care of myself. You feel me? So, I realized that it was me, like, I really do, enjoy taking care of myself. And for the longest, like, I've resented responsibility and, like, growth and, like, respect and just overall, like, stepping into this, like, more responsible version of myself that receives much more, but also has an appetite to give much more. Like, I'm ready to release the resentment of, like, shrinking, not only shrinking, with my mother, but, like, I know that it's because she still is who she is, you know, like, yeah, she's done some healing, and our values are still different, I feel like, and it's not, like, in a bad way, it's just our charts are a little different, you feel me? They're just a little different. And really, y'all, we low-key have the same chart. It's kind of crazy, but we have a similar chart. Like, our first, like, four or five placements are pretty similar. They're fucking similar. They're almost the same. But she's a different person, and she sees things differently, and she values things differently. She grew up in a completely different generation. She saw different shit. She experienced different shit. And I don't expect for her to be anything other than what she is. And my soul believes that and feels that and knows that, but my ego is still trying to catch up with that. And this whole thing has been, like, the biggest, like, catch up of my emotions with my mind, or my mind, my ego with my soul, like, and, like, the masculine with the feminine, like, just a recalibration overall of my energies balancing out. Yeah, it's crazy, but that's literally where I'm at right now. I just made a video about this shit too, like, please, but Yeah. I love that my body is my altar. Like, I love that I'm meant. Like, I love that. I think it is so fucking cool that spiritually I am destined to be a fucking dancer. I think that it's so fucking cool that spiritually I'm meant to be an intuitive spiritualist, or like an intuitive servicer of some kind. I'm meant to do something spiritually and do something communal. Like, I love that. I love that I'm meant to create new structures, that I'm meant to do new things and be a different person in my family and just overall. I love that I'm meant to be myself. And myself is just so Uranian. Like, it's so different. It's so sudden. And oh my God, like, who is she? Because I changed so much. Yeah, but I loved it. I loved it. And I am ready to, like, I'm ready to, like, ingrain that in my psyche. You know? Like, I'm ready for that shit to catch up. I'm sick of being in a liminal phase. I'm sick of transitioning. I'm ready to get there. I'm ready to be there. But I know that, like, the more and more that I just sit with myself every day and I just allow myself to take baby steps. Every baby step is getting you to the bigger the bigger vision, and the baby steps is literally just presence, and the vision is literally just your highest path. You know your outcome. You know what it is that you desire. You know you're gonna get it. So why move from a space of trying to figure out how to get it? Just be you in the present, because you in the present is gonna get you to you in the future if that's really aligned for you. You feel me? Trust yourself to make the aligned moves. I'm trusting myself to make the aligned moves right now. Genuinely. In all aspects, there's, like, yeah. It's a lot. I'm ready to move out. And I don't even mean that shit no shade to my mama, because, dude, I swear to God, I'm ready to move out and be myself. And I know that when I move out and be myself, I can integrate myself in more. Like, I know that moving out will give me the space to come into myself and be so sovereign in myself that even I can be that around. I can even be that around my mother comfortably, you know, because she's not genuinely a judgmental person towards me. She is towards other people, and I know that she formulates her own opinions around me. She's a Leo. I know she formulates her own opinions around me, but she's never going to, like, not be, like, love me as a result of being a certain way or doing certain things. You know what I mean? I just always have felt like my safety was threatened some way, somehow, and it's because I don't want to consistently be in a situation where I'm being emotionally kind of, like, manipulated, or maybe not emotionally manipulated, but kind of talked out of doing certain things, or feeling guilty about doing things a certain way because I'm on my own, you know? I think it would be beautiful to get to a point of being able to do that without having to leave. But I also know that my absence is also a catalyst for her healing in so many ways. Also, like it's vice versa. So, I don't know. I think, like, I feel so impatient and I'm ushering in so much change and so much capacity for calling in so much more, because I'm there. Like, that's my reality for real. I'm just tapping into it, and I'm waking up every day and I'm choosing to subscribe to it. I'm choosing to say this is my timeline. Nothing that nobody else gave me is my timeline, but what I decided is my timeline, bro. And it's there, and I cannot lie and say that I'm not getting, or I haven't gotten frustrated with the process of waiting, because I feel like I've been waiting for ages and forever and for lineages. And that's why I said I know that a lot of this work is spiritual and it's ancestral. Like, not only astrologically proven, but bitch, I feel that shit in my fucking spirit. This shit is not just me. So I know that I'm supported. I know that I have everything that I need, and I'm just trying to trust in that. And that's hard, but trusting in spirit is also learning to trust in myself, waking up every day and doing the things that I said that I want to fucking do. That's what keeps me present. Doing what I want, literally. What keeps me abundant, what keeps me always having what it is that I need, is doing what the fuck that I want and not worrying about the consequences. Because there are no consequences when I do what I want. Good things happen when I do what I want, because my desires are sovereign. My desires are sacred. My desires are divine. And I trust my desires because I've embodied so much desire discernment when it comes to knowing where my desires are rooted from, why I want this thing. You feel me? Like, I know my intentions. I've done enough work where I'm aware of my intentions. I have a strong enough filtration system, and I trust myself enough to know what I need and who I am. And yeah, I trust the change and the pivot in that. I don't believe that I'm wrong for being a wishy-washy or a funny acting person, whatever the fuck. I am who I am. I have very intense energy, and I'm a very I have very soft energy, and I absorb everything, which can keep me at an intense state, which is why I try and really do everything in my power to create a routine around maintaining my peace, because that's also the key to my abundance. Like, doing what the fuck I want. I cannot do what the fuck I want if I'm not maintaining my peace, bro, in my nervous system, in my body. So yeah, it's just okay. That scared the fuck out of me. But yeah. I'm excited to dance. I really also, last thing I think I'm gonna talk about, fearing inserting myself in with community, and this all goes back to the beginning. Feeling like I have to be sharing something that is informative, or that makes somebody laugh, or that, like, I have to be performing something that is of service genuinely to somebody in order to put myself out there, or to share myself in a community online, with people. Like, it's been hindering me a lot, because there's just a lot of things that I just never said. And I feel like growing up, I've always been exiled from friendships. I've always felt like I was on the outside, but I was always like, I don't know, I was always like, I don't know how to explain it. It was a very interesting dynamic, like floating around groups. What the fuck? Floating around groups, but like not being in it, you know? Just being the backup dancer. You know? It's like being a backup dancer for a girl band. They're the girl band, I'm the backup dancer. No, like, what? I just always, yeah. And then growing up around very judgmental women. I'm talking body shaming and like everything. Sexuality, sensuality, body shaming, femininity, what you eat, the people that you were interacting with wasn't enough, so then you started to do things based off of their standards because you wanted to appease them, because they also make you feel like you was all that they was all that you had. And it was just a lot of isolation, and just overall me feeling like I didn't belong in community, and that I didn't have a space in community, and that community was just too burning outish. So I just isolated myself a lot. And even to this day, like, I'm in a group chat right now with this pole dancer that I love, I love her so much. She's actually like the person that finally made me like decide to like really tap the fuck in with myself, and like, because I've been manifesting starting pole dance since 2022, and I finally started that shit on 2025. And yeah, so I'm in this group chat with that she created on Discord, this community, and like it's so many beautiful people, and like herself included, and I just always like I struggle with interacting all the time, because I feel like there's a time limit on how much I should interact, like how long I should interact with, or I'm doing too much, or I'm trying too hard, or I'm inputting too much, or like I didn't want to post my 2 YouTube videos in there today, when literally she created a YouTube section so that we could share our resources and our work. And like it's just a lot of things that in my reality I feel like are opening up to me to share my gifts and to really be a part of community and to really create my own structure. And I'm kind of rejecting it because I still feel that sense of not belonging and feeling like everything that I have, or everything that I do, that I produce, that I put out, that I input into the collective needs to be of value. And it's because like I'm labeling everything else outside of my work as not my work. I'm separating my work from who I am, when my work is who I am. My value is me. My entire existence is my value. If it wasn't, I wouldn't have been able to reach the level of spiritual work that I've gotten to in the first place to even have that kind of value. You feel me? So it's like I'm getting to a point also where I'm not downplaying myself no more. And I'm like, yeah. Yeah. And literally in this moment, I'm thinking to myself, I hope my mama don't watch this. Like, I'm not embarrassed of myself. I feel like ultimately her validation to me equates to me feeling like I'm losing her. Yeah. Not having her validation makes me feel like I'm losing her, or like I don't have her, and I've always been in a space where I felt like I didn't have my dad physically, and that really fucked with me because I definitely didn't have him emotionally. And so it kind of made me feel like an orphan, almost like I didn't really have any parents at all, for real, because I felt like I was guiding myself ultimately, but I was leading myself to shit. I was leading myself to shit because ultimately I really didn't trust myself or my decisions, and it's just, I'm just ready to trust myself. I'm ready to be a fucking adult. I'm ready to grow up. And I'm ready for my reality to reflect it, you know? I don't know where I want life to take me. I don't know where my life is going to take me. I don't know what it is that... I don't know where I'm going to... Like, I just don't know. I don't know, but I'm ready. Like, it's something that I want. It's something that I trust in. Like, it's a feeling that is very familiar to me, and I've never experienced it before. So why wouldn't I trust it? You know? Like, why wouldn't I trust it? In my entire life, I feel like putting other people's opinions and my mom's permission, etc., over my own was me dimming my relationship with God. in my relationship to my intuition and spirit. And I don't fuck with that. These mosquitoes are getting me, bruh. I didn't fuck with that, and I was very angry with that, and I was holding a lot of resentment for that. But now, I'm just ready to tap into it. You feel me? I'm just ready to tap into it. I'm ready to lean into that spiritual energy and really trust myself, because I really, like I said at the beginning, I'm a fucking empress, and I know it. I know that I hold genuine ancestral wealth. I know that. I know what I'm meant to unlock, and I'm just watch. Thank you for watching this motherfucking video. I love you so much. I appreciate you for allowing me to be vulnerable in your space and just watching this. If you resonate, like, subscribe, join the community. Just stay a while. It's happy and lit as fuck over here, and we like to heal, and we like to be our highest selves. So, love you. Bye. Thank you.